a story of Palestine, land of prophets, peace and struggle. Long ago, in the heart of the Middle East, there was a sacred land called Palestine, a land of olive trees, ancient hills and rich history. This was no ordinary land. It was chosen by God to be the home of many of his prophets, including Moses, Jesus and Muhammad, peace be upon them all. These prophets, though sent at different times, all came with one universal message: to worship Allah alone, the one creator of the heavens and the earth, the Lord of all mankind. They taught kindness, justice, humility, and faith in the Almighty. Their message was not about division, it was about unity under the worship of one God. Jesus, peace be upon him, was born in Bethlehem, a town in Palestine. He healed the sick, fed the hungry, and called people back to the worship of Allah. Moses, peace be upon him, led his people with strength, reminding them to obey God and seek freedom through faith. And later, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, confirmed their messages and honoured all the prophets who came before him, including Jesus and Moses. For centuries, Muslims, Christians and Jews lived together in peace in Palestine. They shared the land, the culture and the love for their sacred sites. Their lives were deeply connected. Their children played in the same streets. Their prayers rose to the same sky. But in the 20th century, everything began to change. A political movement called Zionism rose up. It wasn't based on faith, but on seizing land and power. Zionist forces invaded Palestinian villages, forcing innocent people out of their homes. Over 750,000 Palestinians were displaced in 1948. Families were broken, dreams were shattered. What was once a land of peace became a land under occupation. Despite the violence, the Palestinian people never gave up. They held tight to their faith, their heritage, and their right to live free. Their resistance became a symbol of courage, not just for themselves, but for oppressed people around the world. And now the world is watching. From New York to London, Jakarta to Cape Town, people from every nation, every faith are rising up. They're marching in the streets, waving flags, chanting with one voice, "Free Palestine." This movement is not just political, it's deeply human, it's spiritual. It's about standing for truth, justice and dignity, because the message of the prophets still lives on. Worship Allah alone, do what is right, and stand against oppression. And one day Palestine will rise again, free and proud, by the will of Allah. The sound of laughter will replace the sound of bombs. The Adhan will echo from every mosque without fear. Church bells will ring in peace, and no child will grow up under the shadow of occupation. The land that once welcomed the prophets will once again welcome peace. Muslims, Christians and Jews, not as enemies but as neighbours, will live with dignity side by side. Justice will return, freedom will return, and the world will remember that truth can never be silenced, not forever. Palestine lives, Palestine resists, and Palestine will be free.